It's that time again. Time for another birthday art supply haul. Hi, Shannon Rowe Jackson here from Caution Arts at Play, and it is that time again. Time for another birthday art supply haul. I've got a lot of loot this time, so I have some stuff from Amazon. I have things that were gifts, and I also have a pretty big Blick order that I'm going to share with you. But the first thing that I actually want to share with you that's art related, but not necessarily an art supply, is a gift that my friend Becky made me. And I will link her Instagram below. Look at this painting that she made me. Isn't that like the coolest thing ever? I love the colors. And oh, it's just perfect. So this is like one of my favorite gifts ever. I went to school with Becky. We worked together quite a lot in the studio. And I love her work and I love her. And I was just so excited when I saw that she made this for me. Once my studio is all redone, I'm going to find a great place to hang this. So thank you, Becky. And check out her Instagram. She's amazing. And again, that will be linked in the description below. Okay, so with that done, I think the first thing that I'm going to show you is some things that are art related or more business related, things that I'm going to be using to kind of help with this channel and with reference photos and things like that. So the first thing that I want to show you is the new light box that I got. And I will try to link everything in the description below. Like I said, some of these things are gifts, so I may not be able to find them, but I will link everything in the description. But I had this light box on my wish list, and my mother-in-law bought it for me so that I can take still life photos. I've already actually tried it out. It has some different settings, like you can do warm, cold, natural, as you can see here, because I took a nice video clip of that. And I'm super excited about this. This is what I'm going to be using to take photos of grapes with for our still life lesson coming up with oil pastels and colored pencils. So yes, I've needed one of these forever. I don't know why it took so long. This one's by eMart. I don't really know much about this company, but it had really great ratings on Amazon. And so I think that it'll be really, really useful. And it was very easy to put together. And it comes in this compact box, so sorry if there's some wiggling. I have to film on my coffee table, so I apologize for that. Okay, so the next thing that I have is some new headphones, and these are supposed to be noise-reducing headphones. This, again, is a company I hadn't heard much about, but it had great ratings, and they were fairly inexpensive, so I had put that on my wish list as well, and my husband got them for me. And I'm really just trying to find some ways to help out with video editing and things like that, so I think this will go a long way when I'm doing voiceover, so I'm super excited about it. They're actually pretty, I don't know, obviously, like, it's not, like, going to be very useful to show you, but I like them. They're pretty in blue, and we'll see how they work out. And then down the line, if I need to upgrade later on, I will. I don't typically use headphones while I'm editing, so this is going to be new for me, but I think it might be helpful, especially since my computer has a fan on it that runs, and so it makes it a little bit harder. I got cat hair everywhere. Makes it a little bit harder to edit that way when I have background noise. So yeah, I'm pretty excited about that. This gift was the gift that I asked for. My husband's very good because he doesn't necessarily know much about the technology that I need to use or much about my art supplies, but he's pretty good when I ask him for something specific for like a main gift. He usually comes through and gets it for me, and this year this was my main gift, and I'm so excited about it. I finally got a Blue Yeti microphone. So my audio will be getting much better from here on out. I've been wanting one of these microphones forever, and so I'm very, very excited to try this out. And yeah, it's beautiful. It's wonderful. I am super stoked about it. So hopefully that excites you as well, because my audio should get better. Other than when I'm doing videos like this, because I work on my phone this way. So, okay. So let's get to the Amazon stuff, which is going to be difficult because my cat is in a box of Amazon stuff. But this one actually just came today. I was waiting on this before doing the haul, so I haven't even taken it out of the packaging yet. You have seen me use these on my channel before. I actually had I think it was like a 12 pack or something like that, sent to me by the company. These are the Imuki oil-based markers that write on pretty much everything. And I fell in love with these. So, of course, I wanted to get some more. And this is something that I use mostly for crafty things, not in my fine art applications, because there's not any actual, like, light fast ratings on them. They claim to be light fast, but there's no, like, specific light fast ratings. And so I don't dare to use them in art that I'm going to sell. I will use them in crafts and stuff, but not in, like, realism paintings or anything like that I plan on selling for any amount of profit. But yes, I'm super excited about these. And like I said, there's a video on my channel reviewing these if you're interested in hearing more about them. They're amazing. They write on pretty much everything. I even painted on a nail with them, like a tiny little nail. So I'm really excited to have more colors, and you'll see more of this in the future on the channel when I do more crafty things. Okay, so something else I got from Amazon. Here's something that I need, and it will go along with other things that you're going to see in the future in this video, is a mask. I've needed one of these for a while anyways, because I like to varnish my paintings and I do airbrushing and things like that. But I have some ideas for some projects coming up that I want to do that's going to require me doing a lot more spraying of things. And so I just wanted to get something that could filter out some of that stuff and make it a little bit healthier for me. And so that's what this is. Again, it had good ratings on Amazon. Hopefully it works out well and keeps me safe and healthy. And at some point, maybe you'll see me wearing it. It's not going to be today. I'm a sweaty hot mess, so I'm not going to be on camera today. I also got this engraver from Amazon, which I'm excited to try out. I've wanted one for a while. I just like so many different crafty and artsy things, and again, I do have some projects that I plan on doing coming up that this will be useful for. And I just thought it would be so fun, and I don't know, I've wanted one forever, and I had a gift card from Amazon and the price was just right, the ratings were just right, so I did it. I finally got one. I have no idea how to use it. I will figure that out, and you'll probably get to see a video where I struggle through that. But yeah, hopefully it will work well. And what is it's called the Axe Power Engraver Pen, and here's some directions on how to do things with it. But again, this will be linked in the description. I will be using affiliate links, but it's not going to cost, like, I'll get a little bit of a kickback from it, but it doesn't cost the buyer any extra. So if you do buy through my links, it'll help me and it'll help support this channel, but it'll be no extra cost to you. Okay, so something else I got from Amazon that I've been wanting for a while. I think these are actually for nail art, but I just thought these were so cute. Let me see if I can pull one out. One end is a brush and one end is a stylus, and I use stylus pens a lot for indenting when I'm using colored pencil and for other things like that. But look, it looks like there's like some, I don't know if that's going to focus or not, but like little like stones or something in there. I just thought they were super pretty, and there's different sizes of brushes and different sizes, I mean different colors. So I thought that that was so much fun, and different size styluses. And I think that it'll definitely be useful for art applications. I mean, nail art is art, and so some of the tools that they use are definitely useful. And so I'm super excited about these. I've also bought a few books lately. This one is called A Big Important Artist, a Womanual. They highlight different artists that do different mediums, and they also have some work pages and things like that in here. I just thought it was super cool. I love learning about other women artists because there's just not as much information out there about women artists as there is about male artists, and so I'm very excited to learn about some artists that I may not have heard of before, although undoubtedly some of them I have heard of, and just seeing the different mediums, I'm super excited about it. Like, so neat. Another book that I got was Draw Stronger. And this is basically self-care for cartoonists and visual artists. It kind of gives you exercises and talks about your posture and ways to take breaks so that you're not putting too much wear and tear on your body while you're creating. Lord knows that a lot of times we're sitting in positions that are uncomfortable for very long periods of time, and we're also sitting down for longer than we should probably and not taking enough breaks. And so I think that this is to kind of combat that and give us tips on how to help our, hands and our backs and everything else when we start to get those artist pains from working from long periods, and also how to prevent those things. And I just love the art in it. I think it's just so cute. So yeah, I stumbled across that, and I thought it would be a good little book to have in the studio. Good little reference guide. Something else that I've been interested in, and my cat chewed on this. Look what he does. Look, he does these things. And I've actually started looking into this already. I read the first part of it already, and I have like just a stem in there. I use whatever I can for bookmarks. But essential art therapy exercises. And I actually, when I was younger, wanted to go to school to be an art therapist. But my local college, I would have had to like travel a little bit to get that kind of education. And so I ended up getting my bachelor's in art instead. But I've always been interested in art therapy, and so I thought this would be a good book for me to try art therapy exercises for myself. And then at some point, maybe I'll show some of them on my channel, though, like, I'm not going to necessarily try and teach art therapy because I'm not a licensed art therapist. However, I do find art to be therapeutic to begin with, and I think that this is just going to be a great book for me to kind of learn ways to be purposefully therapeutic with my art. And so I don't know if I'll, like I said, at some point I might show some of the exercises on my channel, but I think for right now I might just try some of the exercises for myself just to kind of see. But I find it really interesting, and I'm really excited that there's books out there about it now, because when I was younger there wasn't as much information about it. And so she actually is an art therapist, and so I think it'll be cool to learn about these different exercises. One of the less exciting things that I got from Amazon was this clear cutting mat. It's a smaller one because I have a very large green one. I think it'll be nice to have a smaller one around. And also, I've redone my drawing table, and I'll show you that later on when I do my studio tour. It might be way later on. And I just don't want it to get damaged as easily, so for certain projects I might have to have this below it. So I thought it'd be nice to get a clear one, although it's not as clear as I was expecting. Can't really see through it as well as I was expecting. However, it's still going to be useful to have around, and so for the smaller projects or even smaller cutting projects, I won't have to haul out my very big one. Alright, so this is probably the first really artsy thing that I'm showing you. I got some of the Strathmore mixed media cards. I have used their watercolor cards quite a bit, And so now you get to see me use the mixed media ones as well. I love their mixed media paper, and so I'm pretty excited to try this. So now we are on to the huge one, and I'm sorry about the camera shaking. It's so big I can't fit it on camera. This is my Blick box, and I just kind of wanted to give you an idea. Like, it's large and in charge, and it's kind of heavy. So I'm going to put it off to the side and pull from it and show you what I got. And yeah, we'll go from there. Alright, so the first thing I want to show you is I got some more of the watercolor cards that I was just talking about. So it's a lot like the ones I showed you that I got from Amazon, but these are the watercolor instead. So you can see I go through these quite a bit, so it's nice to have these on hand. I also got this hand mannequin. I've wanted to have one of these up in the studio for a long time. Can't really open it right now, but I'll be able to mold it and put it into different positions so I can practice drawing hands. Okay, so you saw the mask. This is why I got that mask. So I have some ideas in mind for some projects that I want to do with these. It's not going to be like the traditional spray painting that you see other people do. Although my nephew has gotten into that, and he's got some cool stuff. He's really cool and creative. But these are going to be more for using for mixed media and things like that. And I also have some ideas for some crafty applications. All this will be, I will, you know, actually announce when I actually do it. But I've seen these on Blick for a long time, and I think it's so cool that Liquitex has put out some spray paint. And so I've wanted to try them for a few years now, and I've just finally gotten the chance to get some. So I got some of the Liquitex ones, and the colors that I got were Phthalo Blue, Cerulean Blue Hue, Hooker's Green Hue, Cadmium Yellow Medium Hue 5, Titanium White Cobalt Blue Hue, and I tried to get colors that I know that I'm going to use quite a bit of. I wish I could find my other tripod, otherwise this wouldn't wiggle so much. I also decided to get some of the Montana Gold ones. And I thought it was weird that these don't come with caps. So with these ones, I got Pure Magenta, White Lilac, Shock Black, and Lawn Green, and you can kind of see those colors here. So that's what I have for those, and I'm very excited about it. I do have at least some of the, like, not that I'll be mixing colors, but I like to use these as primaries a lot, but then I also got quite a few blues and a couple greens because I use those quite a bit in my artwork. So I like to get things, when I have gift cards, I like to try to get some things that I haven't tried before so I can try them out, things that I've been interested in, even if it's only one. And in this case, I got some of the soft body acrylics by Liquitex. I haven't tried their soft body. I've only had their Liquitex basics. And I don't know that I've ever tried their heavy body either because I don't work with heavy body very much. And so, yeah, I figured I'd try this out. And again, this is a color I use a lot, and it's light fast. And so also I went through and looked up which colors of these were light fast and these as well. So the colors that I got are all light fast. But yeah, this one has a light fastness of 1. It's supposed to be pretty opaque. So I've been wanting to try this out, and I figured I'd get one in a color that I use a lot, see how it works, and then see if I want to invest in more. Okay, so along the acrylics line of things, as you know, I'm always on the hunt for good acrylic markers. I have some of the Liquitex professional acrylic markers, and I wanted to try some of the Montana ones because I have heard good things about these. Again, I have found the light fast ratings online, and so I went according to that. That's been kind of my holdout on some of the good brands that I hear about, because some of them don't have light fast ratings listed online. And so I'm not going to buy them and use them in my art if they're not light fast. Other than obviously the ones that I bought from Amazon that I know aren't light fast, but I'm not going to be using them in my actual art. I'll be just using them in things like crafty things around the house. And so, but for these, I want to get some that I can use in my art with my acrylics so that I can sell them. And I've heard great things about this brand. So I have an assortment of colors here, and they actually kind of match some of the colors that I got in spray paint. But the writing is kind of hard to see. I got one purple and a dark blue, which were colors that I wasn't able to find that were light fast in the other two brands that I have. Like, they were either sold out or they didn't have a light fast dark blue or a light fast dark purple. And then, of course, I got a light blue because I use that a lot. A nice light green. And then I got a couple of different sizes. And so these ones are finer tipped than these ones, even though these are only like, I think 2 millimeters. So none of them are going to be really hard. And the other thing that I'm not a huge fan of with the Liquitex ones I have is they're like a chisel nib. They call them a fine tip, but they're not like a regular bullet nib. And I like bullet nib better for fine detail. And so I'm pretty excited that these have a pretty fine bullet nib. And they have a couple different options of sizes, whereas the Liquitex, they have a few, but they're like, I'm just not a fan of the chisel nib. Now I'm never going to be able to get that back in there. Okay, so I'm seeing now that the sticker says it. So this one is light green or green light. This one is black, which I had a feeling. Shock blue light. Sorry about the noises. It's really, really windy here, and you probably hear my laundry going too. This is like the tough part about not being able to film in my studio. Shock blue dark, and then I think this is shock lilac. But yeah, so it does have the name on the sticker near the barcode, but I'm not seeing the light fast information specifically for it. But again, like I said, there's a color chart online. I can link that too if you're interested in the light fastness. I mean, some people care, some people don't. Anyways, along the lines of markers, I also bought some Pitt pens, but fine line Pitt pens. So these are smaller nibs. I have the brush nibs that I usually work with, and these are the ones that have fine lines. And with these ones, I got, oh, and also just a regular 1.5 in the white, which is one that I like. Hopefully this is focusing. I can't tell. I apologize. Filming is just not as easy right now with everything going on. But yes, so I got sepia, or dark sepia, phthalo blue, cobalt green, and white. So those will go along with my regular brush pens. I also got a few colored pencils. Some of them are refills and some of them are colors that I didn't have yet. So these are some colors that I didn't have yet. These are some of the Caran d'Ache Luminants. I have a few of the Luminants already, but they had put out some new ones a while back and I hadn't had the chance to get them. This one is blue, I think it's Chrysocolla blue. They have really unique names for their pencils, and I just thought that was such a gorgeous blue. And of course, every pencil in their line is light fast, and so I didn't have to worry about it, like, at all. And dark indigo. And Indothrone blue. So yeah, fun pronouncing those. So I got a few of their blues, because I didn't have these blues yet. Beautiful pencils, very excited about those. I also got some pencils just as a restock on pencils that I already have. I got a white Polychromos by Faber-Castell because I've used that up quite a bit lately when I'm working with my oil pastels for highlights and stuff. And then Chinese White by Derwent Drawing. I like to have a lot of these on hand, so I usually order 1 or 2 when I do a big order like this. And then I also by Faber-Castell, Got some more of their Perfection erasers. These can be sharpened like a pencil. I love these. Sometimes they come with a brush on them. I don't tend to use the brush a whole lot, so this time I bought the ones that don't have the brush. This one is like their stiffer eraser. The white ones are their stiffer eraser. They have a softer eraser that's in pink. I tend to like these more for my colored pencil works, but the pink ones are useful as well with graphite and things like that. Speaking of graphite, I finally did it. I finally got the graphite pencil, the Black Wing matte pencils. I've had these in my cart or on my wish list there forever. They're like $25 just for 12 of them. Yeah, they're pretty expensive pencils, but they're supposed to last forever. And this pencil, if you watch any other YouTuber, I've heard about these through YouTube, it's supposed to be the pencil. You're supposed to be able to do pretty much anything you want, from fine lines to the darkest darks. It's supposed to be a very, very versatile pencil. So I'm really interested in trying this. I don't work in graphite a ton, so I feel like these are going to last me a very long time. I really wish that they had offered them open stock, but you know what? I had a gift card, so I said, to heck with it. Let's try them out finally. I've had them, like I said, on my wish list for a few years now, and so finally did it. I also ordered some more of the Melt Colored Pencil Blender. You've seen me use this recently when I was testing out the 12 sets of colored pencil. Holbein had sent me some to try out. I wanted to have some more on hand. I'm hoping that someday they put out a larger bottle because I love this stuff. It is so great for blending colored pencils. Oh, wow. So the one that they had sent me before only had Japanese writing on the back. This one has the English on the back. That's very exciting. So it gives us more details about using this product. I'm super stoked about that. And of course it has the AP seal here saying that it's approved and it doesn't have any poisonous, you know, contents in it. Otherwise they would give us the warning. So, oh, I'm so excited. Okay, so something else that I've been wanting to try for a while are the Caran d'Ache oil pastels. And so I got the 12 set, just to try it out. I really love the oil pastels I use now. I really don't have a reason to switch pastels, but I have heard great things about these. Other people have suggested them to me. I've been looking at them for a long time, so I thought it might be fun to try. And then if I need to supplement in colors that I can't get from my other brand, which by the way is the Van Gogh oil pastels. I love them. They work great for my techniques. I'm hoping these are similar. And yeah, it's a great company. Obviously, we've all heard of Caran d'Ache. They're the same ones who put out the Luminance. And it has the information I need. It has the light fast ratings right on the sides of them. I'm super excited about them. And so you'll see these in an upcoming video. Probably not the tutorial video just because I will be new to working with these. But maybe I'll do a review video on this set specifically. Let me know in the comments if that's something you'd like to see. As well as if you'd like to see me review the Black Wing matte. I think I'm going to do a review on them because why wouldn't I? Okay, so I also have some surfaces here. You've seen me work a lot with this paper, the Fluid 100 watercolor paper. This is the hot press kind. I work a lot with this. I actually just recently used this, I think, for my review of the watercolors by Holbein. You've also seen me do my colored pencil review from Holbein on this as well. So I love it for both watercolor and colored pencil. And my block was starting to get low, so I got this to replenish it. And then I also bought, because this is the 6x8, I also bought the 9x12 so that I can do some larger works on it. Very excited about that. And it's such a nice smooth paper. I love hot press paper. However, because I'm really liking this brand so much, I wanted to also try their cold press paper. And because this is the Fluid 100, it's 100% cotton, I believe that's why it's called 100. Don't quote me on it though. This has a nice surface to it too. And I really do love the look of cold press paper for watercolors because you get all those pretty granulations. And so I use the hot press a lot for colored pencil because I really need a smooth background. But I think that for watercolor, this might be fun. And I also have bought in the past some of their other watercolor paper. It's not their Fluid 100, it's just their Fluid watercolor paper. And I'll be trying that at some point as well. Speaking of watercolor stuff, I decided to try the Crescent watercolor boards. I have seen some good reviews of these online as well. And it's a nice sturdy surface for watercolors, and that intrigued me. So I definitely want to try this soon. And I think there's like only 3 in here. So that'll be fun. And then as a restock, I got some more of the Mixed Media by Strathmore, the 400 series. This is one of my favorite papers to work on, although it looks like it's a little bit warped. Probably from being in the box. That's annoying. But yes, I like to work on this quite a bit. It takes watercolor pretty well, and it takes ink pretty well as well. If like I'm doing ink tints or something like that, I really like this surface. And then the last surface I have, I'm probably not even going to be able to fit on camera. I'm hoping it's not dented. I bought a canvas, and it is a Blick Premier. It's a 12 by 24, so it's nice and thick too. Yeah, it looks like it's in good shape, thankfully. I don't get stretch canvas a whole lot anymore unless I'm getting like a nice panorama kind like this. I had one in my studio already that I just recently used up on a painting, and so I kind of bought this as a replacement so I can have it on hand for the next panorama that I decide to do. Typically lately I've been working mostly on panels because I find them to be sturdier and they're easier to store. Stretch canvas can be easy, like hard to store, hard to ship, but it can be beautiful because I like to paint the sides to match. But yeah, so that's the loot today. That is all the goodies I got for my birthday, and I think I made out like a bandit this year. I've got a lot of fun new things that I want to try, and a lot of my old standbys that I love so much. I got a good variety here. I'm super excited. I can't wait to try all these goodies and put out some good content about them and with them for you. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this, and I will link what I can in the description below. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe so that you can see more content and you get to see the videos where I actually use this stuff. So thank you so much. I will see you next time. Have a great day. Bye.